Hey, welcome back. My name is Misty slash Connexia, and you have a giant time gap to jump. So let me kind of rewind what happened last time. Kenji hold us for quite a while. We had a run with Emmy, I believe, was her name, and now I am getting back into this after like 3 weeks. A lot of stuff happened. Someone approached me and told me, "Hey, I made some change in the game, so if it's gonna make your life easier if you take the changes I made. So from now on, instead of being called Hisao, every name will be changed to you, the viewer, and that is fantastic. I love it. So thanks to the guy who did this, and hopefully it's gonna be a lot easier on me. So let's keep this moving. This is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow." Talking about Kenji holding us in the bathroom. Anyway, you'll get back into the story in no time. But right now, I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer the time with Kenji. A combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is as good as a reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear tapping noise outside the hallway, and Lily's tall figures appear in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looked rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prime when entering her classroom. "Excuse me," she calls into the quiet classroom with a proper and delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Yo, see, it's been changed. Now it's just fantastic. I love it. "Good morning, Lily." "You? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in." I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. "Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chances?" "No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings. Or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?" "No, it's fine. It's strange. But I think we're the only two people in school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here." "I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess." "You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so, anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival's coming up soon, and today is the deadline for the event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork." I know she's supposed to be British, and it doesn't sound anything like that right now, but it's been 3 weeks, so let me get back into it, and I am, at some point, hopefully get back the mood for a Lily's voice. "It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today." Whoa, shit, that scared me. Oh my god. I fucking hate you, Misha. Hi. Misha pops in. Let me get a second. I'm just gonna... That was obnoxiously loud. Misha pops into the room with Shizune as a on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. "Hi, Eugene." Ah, I love it. It fixed it. "Hi." "Look, it's class representative. Hello." Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha or Shizune's use of the word look. "Good morning." Of course, Of course, you're not the representative of the class, right? "I'm not." Lily seems a little more guarded in her answer to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present. and she's trying to detect whether or not she is to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune.
You are here even earlier than us.
Misha puffs over her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotion on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other classes are on the end of their project budget report for the events. Even the first years, except you.
There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? You can tell she's getting upset. Well, not this one, the Lily I was talking about.
Today's the deadline is today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have a whole of the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to stay. The deadline, please extend it.
Oh my god, she's annoying. Yes, sorry. Yes, that was me. Planning something of this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small of a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such complex issue completely.
Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school and then some. That's one who does that is me.
Misha puts her hand on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she is really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please you, it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I had forgotten about it. I understand how important it is.
Then, can I have it, please?
She's an ace, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasized the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha effort to rope me into the student council. I guess words must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better.
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. A class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure really is just terrible.
They completed it, being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick.
Okay.
Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy as the prospect of a challenge.
And don't they live here at school? That's 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have to prevent them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of the entire class?
Lily's opened her mouth to say something, but Shizune closed the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. That's not cheerful, that's annoying tone. That's what I got going for her. That's the best I can do. Result is interesting and somewhat surreal.
And what's with the attitude? I said it's not something you should be delegating away, and you're a class representative, aren't you? Tell me the name of those two students. That should have your job, and if you can't even handle something this simple yourself.
One form. Let me get some water. There's a lot of voice to go around, so it's pretty tough. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Alright. Lily Stone's growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she's becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. What? She's playing her cards close. Who says that? Anyway. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her finger cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Mm-hmm. Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you.
Lily tightens her lip at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear. But this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough of this and is ready to push back. Oh my god, anime battle! And panty shot. That was so gratuitous. Anyway.
I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. It would be a very difficult thing for me to do comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not that hard to guess which one of you might represent it.
And the panty shot is back! The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Why a panty shot? That's so not important. Anyway, it's just fan service. Let's go with it.
Mm-hmm. You, Jan, don't you slack off either.
What are you talking about?
Aren't you taking part in the festival, Jan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
I don't understand why she's suddenly getting mad at me. I am so done with these two. So I'm gonna go on side with Lily because I cannot stand these two. Hey, I'm the new guys, remember? It's not like I could have done much even if I wanted.
That's right. You shouldn't expect the rest of a student to jump right into it on his first week.
Lily takes my side, feeling oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both.
Excuses. Miss Glassram has had plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to make the festival a success.
Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if... I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, will mean being drowned in a confrontation with Shizune, and that is what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back at them. Lily, class is going to be starting soon, so we can talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I can feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she has ever been ignored in such a blunt manner.
Thank you, you. I'll leave now, then.
She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen all week and turns on her heel and makes her exit. As soon as Lily walks out the door, I suddenly start feeling reluctant about turning to face Shizune. I can feel her eyes burning to my back and can bring myself to look at her. She must be furious. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is wanting too much. In the end, I go back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footstep as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her, so if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the page of my textbook lazily. Give me a second, I need to turn that volume down, it's really loud on my side. Can't even hear myself talk. And while I'm stopped, might as well get some water. I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equation just to pass time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I notice Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is flying so fast that her hand makes noise like sword cutting through the air. Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear that she can barely manage to understand her. I put my hand down. Whatever disgusts me, it looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in words form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, she's about to faint. Oh, thank God, please let her do so. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished and the girls sit down in their seats again.
I am so tired.
She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into student council thing again, though I suspect that the door is now closed for me. Festival preparation must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this class seems to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, is trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end, she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eye. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic stroke. If you know what I mean. Misha translates her signing into speeches for me. She does it so well it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thought directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously.
Well, of course, we're in the student council, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. It wouldn't shame itself in front of the past student council generation of this festival was to fail. That's right. There must be no flaws. No, I think there was encumbrances. No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect.
Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting for them.
Oh, hello?
Hey, what's up? I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door.
Playing delinquent again?
Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Shizune starts her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door.